Wagner, Marcelo is a man who survives more than he acts. Where did you begin in building a character who resists through presence rather than force?
I think this is an interesting question, because this is something that Kleber always wanted this character to be. This film comes from our shared perplexity over what was going on in Brazil from 2018 to 2022, and he, of course, naturally set the film up during the dictatorship. I usually react to injustices in a stronger way, like in a very, I don't know, this just really has an effect on me that I go like really strong, and that is also reflected in the characters that I've played before. But in this one, I think in the first he couldn't react like that, because he's trying to he can't call attention to himself. He's trying to hide. He's trying to protect his kid. But also it has to do a lot with Kleber and Kleber's temperature as a person, because he himself has a lower temperature and he reacts to things in a different way. And this character is of course, it's a lot of him.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, it's a mix between myself and Kleber and what he wanted to convey with this story and this character.
Kleber, when did you realize that The Secret Agent was no longer just an idea, but your story, like something that could only emerge from your personal relationship with memory and archives?
I think I can only work with the themes and the ideas that come from my heart. I think making a film is such a huge effort that everything that I do has to be motivated, emotionally motivated. So I think working with themes of history and memory, they are extremely important to me as a person. I think cinema itself is a really strong element of memory.
Yeah.
Even the most commercial romantic comedy, in my mind, will be interesting, will actually be stronger with time, because we will look at it as a piece of time, you know, 50 years later maybe, 25 years later down the line. And I think The Secret Agent now, since May, when we had it in Cannes, there's more and more discussion around the meaning of it and the elements of history and heritage, and also amnesia. I think it's also a film about forgetting, you know,
Yeah.
and that has become quite a discussion point. You know.
And in the film, folklore, realism, and silent violence coexist.
Mm-hmm.
Why is folklore not a detour for you, but a way to portray a more truthful, intimate Brazil?
That's a great question, because I think folklore, poetry, culture, music, theater, masks, makeup, these are all wonderful artistic exaggerations of life. And I think that when you put something on, could be a piece of clothing or a costume, you're actually doing a wonderful exaggeration on life. And when you tell a story and you have a crazy creature with the head of a bear lunging at the camera, is a wonderful moment. And it's a wonderful moment because it looks like the perfect mix of reality and nightmare. Carnival, I think, is a wonderful portal that opens up in the city, and it's the frontier between reality and fantasy, and I love to mix all of these elements in a film or in a written narrative.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Thank you.
And Kleber wrote the role with you in mind. What was the moment you recognized yourself in Marcelo, if the film has been waiting for you?
All the time, I think, because it's first because this is something that I've been very conscious about. Like every character that I play, it's sort of like I'm kind of playing myself. Like it's my emotions and it's how I would react if I was there. But also too because I think that this film was born from a moment where Kleber and I were like very, together. We were calling each other all the time throughout the Bolsonaro's government, you know, and at time that we were both being very vocal against that government, and we were both suffering the consequences of what we were saying or the things that we were doing. The film that I directed, the film that he directed before. So it's. I feel that when he wrote this character thinking on me, he was also thinking not only about the actor that I am, but about the person that he was, right, like trying, meeting and throughout all these years that we know each other. Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
very much.